Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom, and I survived last night, okay? I made the mistake of trying to Google the left-handed sided points for the V12. That was pointless. I might as well drunk dial the ex-wife or something. It was unreal. It just limited my search. I couldn't do anything. So why can't they put part number on points, eh? How hard is that? It's like they wanted to control the market. We have the part numbers. You're not allowed. Okay? Well, frick it. That's why everybody's going to electronic ignition, because you're stupid. You didn't want to carry on your products, share the knowledge, share the information so people can buy your points or whatever to keep your product going. That's the downside of big businesses and stuff. They think they're successful, but in the end, they downfall. So they give the president of the company $20 million bonus for running the company into the ground. And we in society accept that, okay? When I grew up, if you were a loser and ran the company into the ground, you were run out of town. You didn't get a reward or a bonus. They went by and hung you up by your feet and, flogged you to death on Main Street. Tar and feather, the good old days. Now, in society, we are rewarding people for destroying, okay? Remember that movie, Pretty Woman? With, what's her name there? I forget her name. But she had nice legs, okay? Oh, wait. She had a double for those scenes of nudity, all right? Okay? But here's this guy buys companies and runs them into the ground, and then he falls in love with this lady, and he decides to make jobs and make businesses and stuff like that. I wonder if they do a follow-up of Pretty Woman 40 years later, eh? Find out he's just a stock pump and dumper. He doesn't care about the company or the businesses or anything. All he wants is money. And that's what's happening now. Look at those kids in that FXT or whatever crypto money thing. It was all fraud. And yet they continued on for how many years? Just 100% fraud. If I was investing in a company and the kids are out having fun in Bahamas, well, I'd be a little skeptical about giving them my $10, right? So that's the society we're at. Oh, I better get off the soapbox now and get back to being the king of obsolete. Okay, it's warm out here. The flag exercise is in his natural state of being limp. Okay, this morning at 7 o'clock it was minus 14 Celsius, but feels like minus 14. Okay, I'm standing out here. It's a warm minus 14. Like, it's not chilly willy, it's warm. Okay, and then on the F scale, it's 7, but feels like 7. So you see that? 7 plus 7 is 14, or 14 minus 7 is 7. So what are the odds of having the four numbers equal each other, eh? Like, that's a mathematical quiz, eh? We'll have to figure it out. Okay? All right. Also, too, Amazon has my fourth book? Yeah, the fourth book in the Winter Road series, Dream Team. That's in 2012, we were running the Winter Roads, and we were the Dream Team. And then Hollywood came at the end of the year and filmed us, and then I got on that TV show, Ice Road Truckers, for my 15 seconds of fame, eh? All right. And also, too, I don't know where the cleaning staff is. I'm going to have to hire a new cleaning lady, okay? But the problem is, I'm not going to buy another French maid's outfit. So she has to fit the French maid's outfit, okay? So if you are 38 double Ds and you want to wear a little outfit around to clean the house and drink some beer, just apply on in. Send pictures, okay? And stuff like that. So, French maid's outfits are hard to come by up here. I have to order them in online and stuff and ship them up, okay? So that's the thing. So maybe we'll hire a new cleaning staff. All right, let's scroll this way. No, let's go this way, all right? Okay, that way we do one complete circle, and then it's like your birthday. And then we can have a beer, just like the Earth's rotating. All right, it's warm. Okay. All right. So last night I was successful in Googling why the Tahoe or the short Suburban is useless on flat ground. Okay. The stable link or whatever engages. So it says to hold the button down for 5 seconds. So when I walked the pony last night, I sat there and held it for 30 seconds. The track, 30 seconds, not sextants or whatever. Okay, so I held it. The traction control is disabled, but the stable link or stable track won't disable. So I Googled it, and the people are saying to find that fuse number 9 in the fuse box there, okay? And put a toggle switch on it, okay? That way you still have ABS brakes and stuff like that. But see, if you disable it or whatever, turn it off, it kicks back in, okay? So what's the point? So I'm going to have to go back to overriding the computer on this vehicle so I can drive around my frickin' yard. All right? Oh, also too, it's Sunday. There's your vacuum there. Make sure you clean your vacuum today, all right? So I'm a little disorganized today. It might be the vodka that I drank last night because I had a stressful day. No, I had a productive day, which didn't look like much in the pictures, okay? Yeah, but we had fun. Meanwhile, I'm busting my tushy off, and everybody else seems to be holidaying. Sir Rodney was out fishing. The staff was, socializing and stuff like that. It was just unreal. And I'm working. Oh, well. Somebody has to keep the King of Obsolete name going. All right, let's scroll this way. I'm doing good. So tomorrow it's supposed to snow lots and lots, which we know because it's warm, okay? We get snow like in BC, like Revelstoke, BC, but we have no resale value on our property up here. We pay the same taxes almost, but there's no resale value. Oh, look at the sunrise. Well, there is no sunrise. It's unreal. All right. Okay. We'll go this way a bit. So today I have to do the dogs bedding, fluff it all up in the dryer with those bound sheets or whatever to make it smell nice and pretty so they can lie on them and smell like dogs, okay? And then we got to do a little housework and stuff like that. But then we'll be back on the Linn tractor in the shop. People are coming forward on Facebook and stuff and saying, here's the points or whatever, the left-handed side of points. That's excellent. That's interaction. People are learning, and then hopefully we can share the information for the next guy who has a V12 and trying to order points for it, okay? But it's just unreal, how much control. See, I remember in the good old days when you typed in V12 ignition and there'd be pages on Google on the ignition, where to buy the points, all this. Now it just gets in a rut and it's just over and over the same ads and the same crap over and over. And half of the stuff has nothing to do with the V12. So that's what I said. It's just unreal. The good old days are gone. So we have to be smarter and figure things out. So that's what I said. We're always learning. We got to learn how to bypass all the misinformation, as you'd say. Okay? Oh, there's a burp and a cough. Okay, you guys can have your first drink now. Oh, there we go. See, I didn't start the wood stove this morning because yesterday I started the wood stove and then I had lots of coughs because I was inhaling that smoke cake, eh? All right, we better go do something. I don't know how long I can stand out here and talk, The thing is kind of nice being warm. I'm not getting censored like when I was growing up with mother. Keep your mouth shut and sit in the corner. Okay, okay. All right, the dogs are getting frisky. Time to go walk them. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and I had to put my winter clothes on to come out here and shovel the snow or sweep the snow off the top of the vehicles because it's so warm and everything's melting. It's unreal. But it's a nice day to be outside, but I got to work inside. Oh well. Okay, using the gods of sun, melted the ice off the windshield of the Bookbird. Plus, we got the 39 Chevy and the Screaming Ford there. I swept the snow off. Now it'll start melting. And then over here, look at the flag exercise. And look at how high the sun is today. Look at that. We have to look way up. Just like in that Friendly Giant show when we were growing up, those little puppets and stuff on the Canadian TV. CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, or better known as the Communist Broadcasting Corporation. Well, let's go have some lunch, bacon and eggs, and then we're in the shop working on the Linn tractor. Okay, coffee time in the kingdom, and I've just spent quite a bit of time cleaning nuts and bolts and everything, so everything is ready for when the parts arrive. So 2 hours of my life well wasted? No, I'm preparing for when the parts arrive. This will speed it up. 2 hours of my life well wasted? That was my honeymoon. Oh well. Time to go drink some coffee. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, and those are nasty skies out to the west, so that means there's going to be snow coming. So I decided at coffee time I'm going to move the Linn tractor up closer to the shop. That way I can get measurements off of this Linn for the one in the shop. But I'm not getting the mini hoe out to unstick the skis, I guess you'd say. So I'm using the old-fashioned jackal like the old-timers used to do to break the skis free. But it is a fair amount of snow on top. So I'll set up the Me phone to see if we can record some of this great event. Okay, it's getting nasty out here. Now I got to figure out these windows, these corner windows in the windshield, and what I did on this Linn number 1. So Linn number 2 is the same, okay? Plus we got to figure out the dash and the floorboards, because you can see it's quite different. It doesn't have the back of the V12 sitting in here. Lots of room with the V8 in it. And that's the steering wheel for the Linn tractor, which is vertical. And you can't be too fat to get in and out the driver's door, okay? Couple more years and I'll have to use the passenger door for sure. And this is the gear shifts for the back transmission, and we have the 4-speed up front. All right, I better go. Okay, it's getting nasty. I got the video of the staff arriving on her skidoo with the parts from Ed Martin. So Rodney had this all on the counter at West Trans when he was out ice fishing, and Ed stopped by to pick it up. So there's the alternator for the Screaming Ford, the clamps, and we got the hydraulic cylinders for steering the Linn tractor number 2. We got some flex pipe and some hydraulic hose and the fan belts for the Linn tractors, the V12, and windshield wipers for the Bookbird, because those ones there are always frozen on. And I'm not sure about this exotic beer. Maybe they're trying to sophisticate us at the end of the world, but it is in bottles, and that's going to taste good no matter what kind of brand it is. All right, better get back to work. The boss is coming. Okay, now we got matching fan belts on the fan in the alternator. Oops, my finger's down here. On the alternator, now I can figure out the tightener bracketry or whatever to go in here, because now I know these fan belts will work. I got the right ones, because usually in the new world we're living in, we order, we always get something different, so then we make it work. But we got the right ones because Sir Rodney was involved. And then I can finish up the wiring in here. It's a little tight, but we should be good. We want everything nice and tight and looking good for pictures, okay? Also, too, I got a spare set of belts in case they decide to malfunction. So we got a spare ones here, so it's well worth spending the extra money, because it'd be a week if we blew a fan belt to get a part up here at the end of the world. Okay, now to the hydraulic pump here. We got the little dry shaft made at West Trans. They make quality dry shafts. Look at the welds, eh? It always comes with new U-joints and stuff like that, so that's their quality. We got some hydraulic hose for suction. We got the fancy clamps, because we're not using hose clamps because it'll be out in the open and pictures will be taken. So Rodney was able to figure out the fitting that fits into the pump here. So we're good to go, and he got a little narrow one so I can actually turn it in without having to move this here. So that's a clincher right there. The new alternator for the Screaming Ford, which I should have bought back in 2019, and it's 160 amps, not 165. I was misinforming the public or the YouTube viewers. I'm so sorry. Okay, we got the start of the exhaust system. We're missing the Ys and another 9 feet of this flex pipe, okay? It might not have been there for Ed to pick up, or it was too big for his semi-truck, so we're not sure. We're not too worried about it. We have 4 wrap clamps and we have 4 step clamps, so it's all coming together. Okay, the hydraulic steering cylinders are here. Now we can start figuring out the steering of the Linn tractor. But one thing nice about getting all these new parts and everything, we got new spare plugs, we got plastic caps and all this stuff. These things are gold up here at the end of the world, because we don't run to the hardware store and buy it. And last but not least, we have 4 exhaust manifold gaskets for the collectors where they go onto the little pipes and everything. There's 4. Okay, we're not sure where the 4th one went. It seems to be missing in action, or we're not sure where it went, but everything went pretty good. We can live with 3. Sir Rodney, can send up the 4th one. So it's kind of funny, but oh well, we're having a good laugh. Okay, let's go check the flag exercise. Okay, there's the flag exercise. He's happy because there's snow or a air weather system moving in. You can tell by the clouds and stuff like that, and the way the wind is acting. Plus the dogs are acting kind of strange. Well, stranger than normal, because we got some snow coming and it's windy. So I better go walk the ponies and then drink some, walk the dogs, pick up the pony, and then we're going to drink some beer out of a bottle. Just like when I was breastfed, I went from the breast to the bottle. Oh, this is going to be so sweet. Talk to you later.